I'm Amel and I'm here with Jean-Baptiste, my partner, and we'll talk a little bit about history. So QAnon is an American far-right political conspiracy theory and movement centered on false claims made by anonymous individual or individuals known by the name Q that a cabal of satanic cannibalistic pedophiles operate a global child sex trafficking ring that conspired against the former US President Donald Trump during his term in office. QAnon has been described as a cult. So on October the 13th, 2016, a Twitter account posting anti-Semitic and white supremacist material, which said it was run by a Jewish New York lawyer, falsely claimed that the New York City Police Department, NYPD, has discovered a pedophilia ring linked to members of the Democratic Party while searching through Anthony Weiner's email. Throughout October and November 2016, WikiLeaks had published John Podesta emails. Proponents of the conspiracy theories read the emails and alleged they contained code words for pedophilia and human trafficking. So proponents also claimed that Cornet Ping Pong, a pizzeria in Washington, D.C., was a meeting ground for satanic ritual abuse. So deriving its name from the Watergate scandal, the story was later posted on fake news websites, starting with Your News Wire, which cited a 4chan post from earlier that year. The Your News Wire article was subsequently spread by pro-Trump websites, including subjectpolitics.com, which added the claim that the NYPD had raided Hillary Clinton's property. So the conservative Daily Post ran a headline claiming the Federal Bureau of Investigation had confirmed the conspiracy theory. So in its most basic sense, an Anion is an anonymous or pseudo-anonymous internet poster. The concept of Anions doing research and claiming to disclose otherwise classified information, while a key component of the QAnon conspiracy theory, is by no means exclusive to it. So before Q, a number of so-called Anions also claimed to have special government access. A user named Q Clearance Patriot first appeared in 2017, posting in a thread titled Calm Before the Storm, a reference to Trump's cryptic description of a gathering of in the United States military leaders he attended as the calm before the storm. So the storm became QAnon parlance for an imminent event in which thousands of alleged suspects will be arrested, imprisoned, and executed for being child-eating pedophiles. The poster's username implied that they hold Q clearance, a United States Department of Energy Security clearance required to access top-secret information on nuclear weapons and materials. An internet community soon developed around interpreting and analyzing posts attributed to Q, and among these conspiracy theorists, several individuals became minor celebrities within the community. So according to the Reuters report, Russian-backed Twitter accounts played a role in propagating QAnon claims as early as November 2017. So it is known that many members from this QAnon community gather on a platform called Gab. So Jean-Baptiste, can you now tell us more about the historical background on this social media?
Okay, so when it comes to Gab, according to Wikipedia and CNN, it has been created in 2016 by Andrew Torban in the city of Ekranbeyukaya. It has been launched publicly on May 2017. When it comes to Gab origins, Gab mainly originated from bans and censorships of conservative content on regular social media. Hence, Gab emerged as a platform mostly promoting free speech. It began as a social network, similar to that of Twitter, but has now video posting, email, text messaging, and many other services, as well, including a browser called the Center, an extension for third-party browsers. Gab's mechanism of expansion mainly originated likely as its origins. It is that as far as content was implicitly censored, Gab gained followers. And even abroad, for example, if you look at Jair's Bolsonaro party having difficulties to emerge out of censors on traditional social platforms, it went on Gab to have an official account there. Mechanisms of isolation also were faced by Gab. Gab began as a relatively integrated social platform. It had a Twitter page, links that were accessible from Twitter and other main social networks. But as those networks started attacking Gab for not acting against his speech occurrences, Gab began to lose a significant amount of connection from other social media platforms, especially Twitter. We can also look on third-party attacks. Microsoft Azure threatened Gab in 2018 because of a post made by the US Senate candidate Patrick Little that was openly anti-Semitic and not removed by Gab until requested. A controversy also emerged from the fact that R.G. Bowers, the suspected shooter at the Pittsburgh synagogue, had an active Gab account, suspended of course after Bowers' arrest, but that played significantly in the end of relationship of Gab with providers such as PayPal, Joyence, and many other hosts. After Gab's closure that sort of resulted from these downturn in Gab's relationships, Gab's reopening faced a sort of free-flow hate speech, and Torba wasn't really controlling anymore the platform's contents. Gab has been also rejected from Google Play Store and App Store on 2017. Gab's failure to gain access to Mastodon apps as well resulted in sort of a crushing failures, as Mastodon publicly condemned Gab for, in the disguise of promoting free speech, actually promoting hate speech. When it comes to other major events related to Gab, in 2020, a Russian disinformative account has been noticed on Gab, apparently spreading false information on the candidates of the 2020 election that has been refused to be blocked by Torba in the promotion of free speech. In late 2020, Torba also posted on the Gab that it welcomed QAnon across all its platforms. And when it comes to last major events, in 2021, plan leaks had been found on Gab regarding the attack of the Capitol. And this is basically where major Gab controversies stand at right now.